Fisherfolk using the landing facilities at the New Amsterdam Market Wharf have been assured of central government's help in improving loading and offloading of their catch there. During an outreach held at the Fort Ordnance School Saturday, Minister Mustafa engaged with fisherfolk from Kanji and surrounding areas on issues affecting them. The problem of low catches and difficulties loading and offloading at the New Amsterdam Market Wharf were key among those concerns raised. According to the fisherfolk, they are being displaced by passengers and goods boats that ply the Berbice River, and as such need a sloping accessway constructed for use by them. The fisherfolk also lamented problems being caused by weeds coming out of the Kanji Creek and getting entangled in their nets, causing significant losses, all of this compounded by low catches. In responding to the concerns of the fisherfolk, Minister Mustafa said that the PPPC government recognizes the important role played by fisherfolk in providing a cheap source of reliable protein for the nation, and has always been willing to support them in both good times and bad times.
Now, over the last 4.5 years, if you look at the investment that the government would have made in the fishery sector, it's tremendous. To be very frank, it's tremendous. We have rehabilitated and modernized a number of landing sites and wharfs around this country. Hundreds of millions of dollars were expended. And if you look at the major fishing facilities, places like Meadowbank and in Georgetown, Manrico, Rosignol, I can just go through it, number 66, Albion. We have rehabilitated and we have transformed the infrastructure in those areas. Because what we found, when I became Minister of Agriculture, what we found that people used to, or there were situations where the fishermen or fisher folks used to use places that were not conducive to their safety. They're coming out from the boat, they had to go down in the mud and bring up their catches, which is a strain on them. And we recognize the importance of you. You are very important for the economy of our country. When you look at the fishery sector, it employs approximately 18,000 persons directly. 18,000 persons directly earn their livelihood from fishing in this country. Yeah, he's the thing, man. Region 6 can't set up a mic and a man around. Conrad, as I said, that you make a tremendous contribution to the economy of our country. And we recognize it. That is why we are trying to modernize and rehab the system so that you can have an easier way to bring up your catches. Like the comrade raised the issue just now about the New Amsterdam WHARF. We can look at that. But also we recognize, because you all remember when not so long ago, I believe it was in 2022 or 2022 here, we gave us one-half cash grants to fisher folks, right? To ensure that we at least look to see how we can assist. And then we conducted a study. The FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, joined with the government. And we conducted a study why Guyana, or this part of the world, is experiencing low catches. And we have that. It came about because of climate change. And they will tell you, in that study when you read it, they will say, you will see that the fresh water coming from the Amazon. And because of the freshness of the water and the salinity reduced, the fish moved to different grounds, fishing grounds. And that was the main reason for these things. And then in your case, we know that we give the contract to clean the Kanji Creek to the people them in the Kanji River. And they normally cut the grass and the grass float, and then you have issues. So we have to work on all those situations.
The Agriculture Minister said that a meeting will be convened between the fisherfolk of the Kanji areas and those assigned to keeping the Kanji Creek free of weeds to work out a solution to the problems caused by floating weeds.
You I don't know how many of you have been listening to the president. We can't only depend, and the vice president made this point the last time he and I met with some fisher folks on the quarantine. We can't only depend on this one activity for our livelihood. Right? We have to do other things. And as Minister of Agriculture, I am prepared to work along with you to go into other activities, not to leave fishing. Fishing will be one of the activities, but we will work along with you to go into other activities so that you can improve your livelihood. So that when you got low catches in the when you got low catches, you can go to the alternative activity that we're talking about. So I understand that there are about 70 fishermen around that number for 79, 80 persons. We can form them into like about 4 groups. 4 groups, and I will ensure that my ministry work along with you all. We can, because let me tell you, the quarantine, or this Region 6, has been a pilot project for us, where we have increased the production of brackish water shrimp from 10,000 kilograms to now roughly about 100,000 kilograms monthly. Right? Because of the infrastructure we have put in place and the new method that we have helped the farmers to develop. I am willing that we set up ourselves. I will give you all the tasks to work along with our fisheries department. Where is Got to be here? He's responsible for the aquaculture section. He will work along with you all, form yourself into 4 groups. What we'll do some brackish water shrimp pond, right? And from there, we can show you what you will do, and then the group will take it over. And you will not stop your fishing in the sea and the river. You will continue that, but this will be an alternative activity also, or another activity to help supplement your income. So when I come back, you don't say think bad and catch is low. You all agree with me, comrade? Yes. All who agree that they're going to go into this activity? Everybody here? Good. So at the end of this activity, I want to get a list. And as long as we get the land, we can look at a piece of land. It's not one big land, too much a big, large acreage. Right? And we can put the group to start work immediately. I will make a machine available. I will make the other materials available, and we can start the project immediately. Within a month, this project can get started.
Minister Mustafa told the fisherfolk that they must now focus on diversifying their income streams to dampen the negative effects of climate change on traditional fishing grounds. He said government has been looking at this and working on providing opportunities to fisherfolk in getting involved in alternative engagements such as aquaculture.
Those persons who want to get into other forms of agriculture, who want to go into crop farming, we can work along with you to help develop a small plot so that you can work and plant your own vegetables and got some to sell in the market. We can supply all the planting material, chemical, show you how to do it. I can get Nari to work along with you all. This thing is not only one activity, let me be frank with you all. We as a government, this PPP civic government, we want to empower you. That is why when you have an issue, we come and we listen to you, and we bring alternative ideas, how we can improve your life. That's the vision that we have, so we can work along. We have 2 other areas we can work. We can go into crop farming, we can go into other aquaculture activities. So we decided that we can go into aquaculture one. Let me get the land, work along with them. Let us start this project. Let us make this a pilot project for other areas in the country. So we get 80 persons coming to Ramkey soon. I will ask Ramkey soon to work along with you and the region. We'll group these people based on the geography with a group. If we got 4 groups, and we can work along and do some ponds, put in the necessary infrastructure, and within 6 months you start get production. Right, get production from these ponds.
The Agriculture Minister assured those in attendance that aquaculture is just one alternative government is willing to provide assistance in, but cash crop farming could also be pursued as an alternative source of income.
The thing that you raised, comrade, at New Amsterdam, we can look at it and I can build landing site there. No, build a step, or what you call it, a ramp for you all, right? I will ask our council with the region to work along, because you know the town council, the New Amsterdam Town Council, they're very reluctant. Anytime this government, the civic government wants to implement a project that will bring progress, they're always against it, right? They control that work. So what we'll do, we'll build, I will ensure that we make funds available and build that ramp so that you can get easy access when you bring out your catches.
In addressing the request for help in improving things at the New Amsterdam WHARF, which is run and controlled by the APNU AFC New Amsterdam Town Council, the minister lamented that government has always faced resistance when offering help in bettering any aspect of infrastructure in the township, but would pursue the requested interventions anyway.